Voimamme suo, misyntynä, soi sana kultainen. G'day guys, it's Tim here. Huomenta ja hyvää itsenäisyyspäivää. So it's my first itsenäisyyspäivä here in Finland, 6th of December 2019, and I'm looking forward to all the things that we get to do and just enjoy the day celebrating Finland. So as I mentioned in my video that was talking a little bit about what Finnish people are like, you can find that here. Itsenäisyyspäivä is a bit more of a solemn day. It's serious, and that's because of the history that comes with it. It's celebrated on the 6th of December because that's when Finland declared its independence from Russia. But it wasn't achieved so easily. Many Finns died fighting to gain their independence from Russia, and many more died having to keep it from Russia as it continued on in World War I and then especially in World War II later on. And that's why you don't see people out in the streets having parties all the time. So first up today, we're going to go to an Independence Day service at the local church and get our patriotism going. And then we of course have to watch Tuntematon Sotilas, and of course we have to watch the ball at the President's Palace. So we just got back from the church service. I didn't understand everything that was happening, but Andy told me that it was basically remembering Finland and thanking God for blessing this country, the peace that they have here, and also remembering all the sacrifices that were made to keep Finland independent and free. We sung a lot of hymns celebrating Finland, and they also had a veterans choir there. And of course we had to finish up singing the proud patriotic Finlandia hymn. Maybe that's the next thing I can learn after learning the national anthem. Oh, by the way, I've got a little bit of a different background because we're actually in Seinäjoki for the weekend visiting Andy's family. The place looks really nice. It's set up nice and cozy for Christmas. There's a little bit more snow here than in Turku. Unfortunately, it's raining at the moment and it's all disappearing, but better than back home. So after the church service, we came back home for an Independence Day lunch. We had a really great feed. Spending time with family and friends on Independence Day is one of the things that everybody likes to do, so it was nice to share this lovely meal together. And then after lunch we had some pulla and an Independence Day coffee and some glöggi. Glöggi is like a traditional Finnish drink that people have around Christmas time. Tastes pretty good, it's got a nice gingerbread flavour to it. And of course we had to have some sininen ja valkoinen chocolate for a fatsa. After lunch, it was the marathon viewing of Tuntematon Sotilas, which went for 3 hours. But this is really a Finnish classic based on a novel from 1954. I definitely recommend giving it a read or having a watch if you haven't yet. I'll leave you a link to it in the description if you want to. But it really does get the patriotic feels going. So this is Independence Day celebrations in Finland. Sitting on the couch, pizza's in the oven, watching the President's Castle dinner on TV. Time to turn the TV on and watch the Presidential Independence Day ball. Now this, I've got to say, is a pretty funny tradition. Apparently last year there was 3 million viewers of the event, which is insane. That's like more than half of Finland. It starts off with everybody arriving and you get to watch about 2 hours of people shaking hands. And I think people like to comment on the clothing and see what people are wearing. It's a big deal apparently. Then there's also other stuff like they did the Finlandia hymn. They interview some of the guests. And the guests can really be from any kind of field. It's not just singers and movie stars. And then as well, there was the dances. But yeah, I think this is a pretty funny tradition. Everybody just sits on the couch at home and watches other people celebrate on TV. But it's definitely something that Finns like to do. And something they've been doing for a long time. I think the very first presidential ball dinner was around like 1919, so this one looks like it's here to stay. So that's a little bit of the stuff that we get up to on It's a Nicest Päivä. I hope that if you're in Finland, you got a chance to celebrate and remember the privileges that we have in this country. And if you're outside of Finland, now you can remember that every time the 6th of December rolls around, have a thought of Finland. I look forward to celebrating this day many more times in this country. Make sure you click subscribe to see more videos about Finland from a foreign's perspective. And also let me know in the comments, what did you get up to today if you're in Finland, and how did you celebrate? Or if you're not from Finland, how do you celebrate your country? I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hyvää itsenäisyyspäivää.